Good day, everyone. I am Rosenda Andaya Montes. I will be discussing to you the issues in teaching social literacy. This is the continuation of the report of Ma'am Abraham and Sir Bacomo. So, how children develop social literacy? So, a child development of social literacy depends on the circumstances and events they experience. It is said that it cannot be determined in an instant or simply by observing and analyzing it. So, learning social literacy is a complex process influenced by history and culture. So, in other words, a child upbringing play a significant role in teaching and developing their ability to think and understand social concepts. So children learn through social practices, everyday routines, or experiences, both implicit and explicit. So implicit because they grasp meaning even if it is not directly expressed or stated. For example, when their mother looks at them in a certain way, they can immediately understand what she wants to convey, even without words. While explicit, when a child can comprehend direct expression or verbal instruction. In short, implicit is it is not directly expressed or stated, while explicit is direct expression or verbal instruction. So these social interactions makes us human because it enable us to think and interpret the meanings of words and action. So children perform social interaction even before they understand what social interaction means. So before children are formally taught the concept of socialization, they are already engaging in it. Kumbaga, it comes naturally. There are two distinct ways of answering how children learn to live socially with others and with adults. First is normative and communal. So, through culture, upbringing, and way of life, children learn the concept of what is right and wrong. They serve as their guide in interacting with others to avoid misunderstanding and conflict. So, in this view, children are encouraged to do what is right. For example, if a child is part of a church or an organization, they do not only learn proper behavior, but they also apply and practice it without being told because they recognize it as a right thing to do. Second is pragmatic and individualistic. So, in this perspective, social order and behavior are based on the laws and rules implemented in the society. So, a child acts and follow these rules to avoid the consequences or punishments attached to them. In short, normative and communal is based on a moral standard of what is right and wrong, while the pragmatic and individualistic based on legal rules and regulations. Teaching social literacy in school is not easy, it seems, due to the subjective standard of morality and human nature. First is subjective standard of morality. The concept of truth and righteousness depends on individual opinions and perspective. For example, what student A believes is right may be wrong for student B and vice versa. So in today's culture, certain behaviors that were once considered wrong and unacceptable are now widely accepted as right. And the changing moral standards influence how people behave. So next is human nature. So it is said that being good is part of our human nature. Many people help others selflessly. However, some choose to be ignorant or indifferent. Kumbaga, ang goodness within us ay parang switch ng ilaw. Sometimes it is on and sometimes it is off. So we are quick to judge what is fair and just. But when it comes to our own action, we justify our behavior instead of applying the same standards to ourselves. We want to be treated according to our needs, but we do not always extend the same fairness to others. With the rise of various gadgets such as laptops, tablets, cell phones, computers, students now spend more time using these devices and tend to neglect face to face communication and social interactions. So, this leads to the decline of their social skills. So Blake 2017 offers reminders to young professionals regarding social skills in a modern age. According to him, it is essential to emphasize the teaching of social literacy to ensure student success. As a future educators, it is crucial for us to develop our own social literacy because it serves as a tool to become effective teachers. If we are socially literate, it will be easier for us to communicate and interact, especially with our co-workers and co-teachers. I mean, co-workers and co-learners. Warp it up, social literacy concerns itself with the development of social skills, knowledge, and positive human values that enable human beings to act positively and responsibly on a range of complex social settings. Social skills range from the ability to initiate, maintain, and end a conversation to reading social signals to more complex skills such as solving problems and resolving conflict. So the modern age call young professional to develop situational awareness and social intelligence in both technological and traditional communication to succeed in their academic and career endeavor. Peers and schools play a formative role in the social skill development of children. So those are the things that we have to understand when it comes to social literacy. So that's all. Once again, I am Rosenda Andaya Montes. Thank you for listening.